Games people play. The psychology of human relationships. This is a video about the games we play. We all play games almost every day. Yes, you heard right. I mean, not the video games or other sports. It's all about psychological games. In every encounter with other people, we are doing so. The nature of these games depends both on the situation and on who we meet. This video gives you the keys to unlock the psychology of others and yourself. By this, you will become more honest, more effective, and a true team player. There are many relations in everyone's life. Every action, stimulus, reaction, response, and social activity, etc., depends upon the nature of an individual. Now, we will see how these kinds of different feelings of each and every individual are responsible for the rise of different things in life. How do the small changes in thinking develop ego? What is the responsibility in making the person play games in their life? In this video, we narrow it down to 3 levels of behavior in one person or an individual. In each person, he or she carries 3 different types of ego states, which are said to be parent, adult, child. These are the terms that helps in indicating the mentality of an individual in a different situation. For example, a person sometimes responds in higher ego state. That means act like more mature than their level, which we can say as parent ego state. If a person acts according to their level of age or mentality, we can say it is an adult ego state. Similarly, when a person behaves much lower level than they're supposed to behave, we call it as a child ego state. Now let's watch how the underlying motivations are behind our relationships and explore the roles that we try to play and are forced to play. Structural analysis. Behavioral changes are often accompanied by shifts in feeling. For example, if we notice a person's behavior, certain patterns correspond to one state of mind, while another set is related to a different psychic attitude, often inconsistent with the first. These changes and differences give rise to the idea of ego states that was discussed earlier. Ego states are normal psychological phenomena. Each type of ego state has its own vital value. If you notice clearly, we can see that everyone carries his parent's mindset around or inside of himself or herself. Everyone has an adult mindset. Every individual was once younger than he is now. Everyone carries a little boy or girl around inside of him. Transactional analysis. In this context, the unit of social intercourse is called a transaction. A simple transactional analysis involves the transactional stimulus which triggers transactional response. It is somewhat difficult to understand the stimulus and response in a definite matter until or unless we make the observation of ego states in different cases of an individual in different situations. For example, consider a dramatic sales situation. If a salesman says, "This one is better, but you can't afford it," to a housewife, she may say, "That is the one I will take." Here, salesman acted like an experienced adult, whereas the housewife showed childlike mentality. Analysis is the art of creation through destruction. Procedures and rituals. Usually, child is shielded by the parent or adult at each social situation where preliminary testing of the situation has already been done. The simplest forms of social activities are procedures and rituals. The effectiveness of a procedure is judged by the actual results. Thus, efficiency is a psychological criterion and effectiveness is a material one. A ritual is a stereotyped series of simple, complementary transactions programmed by external social forces. Some formal rituals of special historical or anthropological interest have two phases. A phase in which transactions are carried on under rigid parental structures. A phase of parental license in which the child is allowed more or less complete transactional freedom, resulting in an unpleasant situation. There is a comfort in rituals, and rituals provide a framework for stability when you are trying to find answers. Pastimes. This may be defined as a series of semi-ritualistic, simple, complementary transactions arranged around a single field of material whose primary object is to structure an interval of time. The beginning and end of the interval are typically signaled by procedures or rituals. Pastimes may be classified in different ways. Pastimes are typically played at parties like social gatherings or during the waiting period between a formal group meeting begins. Pastimes may take the form described as chit chat or they may become more serious, example argumentative. Now coming to the current interest. Games. A game is an ongoing series of complementary, ulterior transactions progressing to a well-defined, predictable outcome. Games are clearly differentiated from procedures, rituals, and pastimes by two chief characteristics. One is their ulterior quality, and the other one is payoff. For example, if someone asks for something to other and after it is given turns it some way to the disadvantage of the giver, that is a game. Practical game analysis deals with special cases as they appear in specific situations. Every game has rules. Life is a game that has its respective rules. Obey the rules, win the game. Life games. All games have an important and probably decisive influence on the destinies of the players under ordinary social conditions, but some offer more opportunities than others for lifelong careers and are more likely to involve relatively innocent bystanders. This group may be conveniently called life games. Marital games. Marital games, of course, can only be arbitrarily separated from normal games which are treated in a separate section. Those games which characteristically evolve into their most full-blown forms in the marital relationship include corner, frigid women or men, harried. Corner. Comer illustrates more clearly than most games their manipulative aspect and their function as barriers to intimacy. Frigid women or men. The wife or husband becomes more provocatively informal and more provocatively forgetful, but he or she still resists. Harried. One hand wife is driven by her inner parent and called to account by the critical husband she has chosen for the purpose, and on the other unable to get sufficient satisfaction from loving her family, she may grow more and more unhappy. Then she has to find another way out, and that is the game of harried. Look how hard I have tried. This is the situation of everyone's married life. Both wife and husband need to do balance and help each other in order to avoid the word of, "Look how hard I have tried."